this role as ambassador and get to talk to kids like this the way you did today?
Well, first of all, I got a chance to live out my dream of being a professional athlete, and these kids out here trying to do the same. Whether it's softball, baseball, and that's live out their dreams. And if I can help them in any way, then I'm good.
Mm-hmm. What about the advice you were able to give them? You said it's a lot. It's up to you. Is that kind of the message you sent?
Yeah. I mean, nobody's going to do it for yourself. I mean, nobody's going to do it for you. You've got to go out there and play, and that's on everything you do in life. Nobody's going to do it for you. You want to be the man, the woman. You've got to go out there and take control of it. And these girls that I talked to today have an opportunity to do it.
But how special it is for you, though, to come back to your city where you grew up playing on these fields, to come back and give a message to these kids doing what you did?
I didn't get a chance to play on this one.
Not these, but
okay.
here.
But, yeah.
Growing up
I mean, it's always
in
important that
Cincinnati.
you go back to somewhat where you started from, and the city's been unbelievable the last couple of weeks, so it was an opportunity for me to squeeze one in. Actually, it wasn't really squeezed. It was like we're going to show up here, and I got friends and family who are here. So this is one of those things that it's pretty cool to see what the city's doing.
Because of the way you feel like your kids and kids in general, is this a good fit for you? A good role for you with MLB?
Yeah. I mean, we were all once kids,
yeah. And
we all remember certain things that we've done over the years. I try to more so talk to the parents. And give them a little bit of advice of, what's your, I tell parents all the time, what's your greatest game? And they'll go, I had 3 hits and blah, blah, blah. I go, did y'all win or lose? And, they don't answer it right away because they don't know. They can't remember that part. And that's the kind of stuff that you want to give these kids is memories that, will last a lifetime. And mainly don't put added pressure on their kids. Let them be kids. I had a dad that just said, hey, go out there and play, have fun. If you're going to give me an effort on the field when you're winning, and you give me an effort when you're losing, I know you're going to give me an effort in life. So that's the one thing that, that's the one thing that my dad was always adamant about is, the effort. You give me an effort when you're losing, and, I'll take that kid anytime because I know he's going to give me an effort in life.
What's life like after the Hall of Fame?
I'm still traveling. I think that I may have to take my wife on a vacation,
Yeah.
Which is crazy because we've never done a vacation, just the two of us. We got married October 24th, and then I had to go play in the Super Series, so we flew to LA and then to Japan. So we haven't had a chance to have a honeymoon, but I told her before we got married, you get the wedding day, I get all the anniversaries. It still ain't worked out for me. But it's been good. I mean, a lot of people have called. I'm still returning text messages. I'm under the 3,000 mark, so I'm good now. I feel like I breezed through it now.
And then all of a sudden, Seattle retires number 24. That's got to be another great honor for you.
Yeah. I mean, it was a lovely 3 days. I think the biggest thing was the unveiling of the number, and my daughter got to do it because the times that she's never been in the locker room and not allowed to do this because she's a girl, and the boys couldn't show up. This was her time to shine, and I could see her grinning from ear to ear as she unveiled it, and she wouldn't stop waving. So she said, "Dad, this made up for all the times I wasn't in the locker room." So she got to do it herself.
The day of the induction, did you, reflecting back, looking back, was it everything you thought it would be, or what was the one thing you took away that just blew you away from everything?
The overall weekend was pretty cool. I mean, they said this year's the hardest one. You got to do all the work. Next year you go in, you let somebody else where you can relax and play golf. I was like, this is because I'm looking at everybody else. They're in jeans, nice little pullover. They look. I'm in a suit, tie, going here, going there, and they're like, don't worry about it. Next year you'll be fine. Just you got to wear one tie, and that's the last day. I'm like, really? They're like, just don't worry about it.
How about the speech, though? I mean, it was funny, emotional. You had everything in there.
Yeah, I wrote it on Wednesday and was done Thursday morning. I mean, I waited till I got there for one reason is to make sure that, I could actually, get a feeling of what I'm about to say. And, made a couple wisecracks, but it was good. Nobody read it, so nobody knew what I was going to say. So it's just one of those things. I usually would speak from the heart anyway, and it was the easy way of, trying to text it out and read it and go, okay, that doesn't sound right. Maybe I'd say it like this. And, so like I said, I got there Wednesday at like 4, and by, Thursday afternoon, I was done.
Is that when you decided to turn the hat backwards?
No. That idea was, I have to give that credit to Frank Thomas. Frank was like, you got to turn the hat backwards, because I was like, no. He said, you got to do it. And actually, I was behind the stage getting ready to be introduced. And he said, you got to do it. So I made a couple phone calls, and I found a hat. And that's when it happened. It wasn't my idea. And then that was, but he threw a couple added words in there that I can't say on camera. But it was fun. I mean, ESPN said I dropped the mic, my version of drop the mic. So, I was happy about that.
Junior, with as much as you're able to keep up with the game and keep up with teams, have you kept an eye on the Reds and kind of the rebuild that they're going through? And do you have any thoughts on that?
I talked to Jay a couple times.
Yeah.
Because he's a swingman guy. So, trying to tell him to keep his head up, and you could see some of the writing on the wall. It is some teams, it is what it is, and some teams need to rebuild, and it just so happens that it just happened to be now. Other teams, the Yankees are going to go through it. The Mariners went through it. Every team goes through it. For the fans out there, you just got to, believe in the guys that are out there. They're not out there to mess up, and they're doing it for themselves and also for the city that they play in. Nobody wants to walk in after a loss and hear anything. I mean, these guys are, professionals, and they're busting their butt, and good, bad, or indifferent, they're still going out there trying to do the best job they can.
Were you the fashion plate of Cooperstown with the suit and also the shoes?
Well, I try to set the bar, try to set the bar high. Try to, the suit was, probably about 4 months in the making, and the shoes I knew October of last year. They were like, hey, do you like these? And I was like, oh yeah. And then they said I need a glove and a bat, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on, you gonna take my glove and my bat? They were like, yeah, we want to do this. I was like, okay. So I was able to give them a glove and a bat, and the only people who were really upset were my two boys. They were like, where's mine? I'm like, you don't wear a size 11. I got a size 13 and a size 12, so yeah, they passed me right on up, which is good. I keep all my shoes.
That's right.
Keep all my stuff.
Thank you.
Junior, congratulations.